Boy, oh boy. That must be good stuff, George. Watch it now. Don't drink too much of it.
No, I don't get it
From mother.
more for me.
Caught between the rock of rising costs and the hard place of low farm prices, the farmer still keeps his sense of humor. Or he does if he's Barney Migliore.
Walnut cake.
Of course.
Thank you, Judy.
Light your candle, quick.
Oh, all right.
You have to make one little wish.
Let me see.
That's too big.
No, it's good enough.
You're windier than I thought you were, Daddy.
Is that right?
Wax all over the cake.
Oh.
Boy, look at that mess on your beard, Barney. Carol, it's been 1.5 years since the centennial, and he hasn't even trimmed it or cut it. When are you gonna cut it, Barney?
Well, tomorrow, George. I think I'll take you down to the barber shop and you get a butch haircut, and I'll shave this off. How about it?
Barney's always been the handsomest man around, with or without a beard. Handsome is as handsome does, and Barney's done handsome by us. Who would think to see him now that at 14, with just a 9th grade education, he hired on as a ranch hand. His uncle worked for his uncle, and Barney took care of whatever had to be done, lighting smudge pots at that time, you know, row by row by row, hundreds and hundreds. They're out. Smudge pots are out, and they're dirty. They're time-consuming, and they're expensive, very expensive. And so now we have gone to another expensive method initially, our underground sprinklers, our permanent underground sprinklers, which afford us a way to irrigate by turning a switch and to protect us against the frost instantaneously. Barney is ranching almonds, grapes, and walnuts. This is the type of ranching we do in this area. What did he have to learn? Everything, and is still learning, because times and things change. And this is why Barney, I think, is successful, because he keeps up with the changes. 20 years ago, they went in with the discs into the grapes, into the walnuts and the almonds, and turned this ground upside down, making it more susceptible to the lower temperatures. Today, we do turf ranching or farming. A red spider is an insect that could wipe out an almond orchard, and is controlled by keeping down the dust, which our turf ranching does. I think that Barney has proven that turf ranching is the way to go. Barney works night and day, and then in between, 8 days a week, all the time, even when he is relaxing or appears to be relaxing, the gears are grinding. If it's during the harvest season, he spends maybe until 1 or 2 in the morning out with the machinery. He works on his machinery all year around. And he really has no spare time. He has to be a dynamo. Our help during the year is our boys going to school, students. Then during the special times of the year, like pruning, we hire extra experienced help. Not just anybody can go in and start cutting.
I like to work with trees, shaping. It's one thing I really enjoy. And it's the same way with Bing. It's just something that you know that you're not doing anything except helping nature, because nature's doing all the work, but you just go and you trim them the way you like to see a vine or a tree. And I've always felt that that's very rewarding.
We have problems. The weather, too much water, not enough water at the right time, too much water at the wrong time. We have all of this working against us. One problem after another. This time of the year, when the almonds are blossoming, you just can't lie there, and Barney has to get out there and turn on the sprinklers or whatever it takes to protect those blossoms.
I enjoy it very much. It's a challenge every day. We have something new popping up that we have to take care of and not master, but at least try to understand. We've had some good crops. We've had good luck in our controls, and it's just been good luck, that's all.
Good luck, my eye.
Like Barney Migliore, many of the men who operate family farms find labor, except for their own, scarce and hard to interest in the kinds of chores that have to be done. Fewer and fewer are even able to interest their sons in sharing the load, in remaining on the homestead to carry on the family tradition, as this son has. It's a fortunate family farmer who can rely on even one full-time farm worker, one man who will stay with him so that he knows the operation and can take hold.
You take the other man and work on that fence that we talked about.
Leaving the farmer himself with occasional free time. Time to play a hand or two of bridge, perhaps. Or, more likely, get away for a Grange, Farm Bureau, NFO, Farmers Union, or Growers meeting.
He did.
Now, if you're Ed Rast, you're lucky. You just happen to have the 4 hands it takes to handle everything, because you farm in partnership with the duplicate, your twin, Jim Rast. You can let Jim pilot the farm helicopter to take care of the bugs in the crops. Meanwhile, you can worry over the computer printout sheets, keeping track of all your joint enterprises. Let Jim go to town to arrange to borrow the money you two are going to have this year, while you handle the necessary chore of running soil tests on your fields. It's always been a complementary relationship, this combination of the two of you. Jim got his degree in animal husbandry. You got yours in agronomy. And what one doesn't know, the other will. Of course, even though you know he knows, you may want to call him on it.
Hey, don't you think with this rain we ought to set out these bell peppers? Bell peppers? What in the world you want to go into bell peppers for? Well, I got 3 boys in the house tearing it up, and I got to get something for them to do this summer. Well, now, $23,000 is a lot of bell peppers. If you think you can pay for your half of this combine with bell peppers, then that's your idea. Well, you wanted the biggest combine east of the Mississippi River, and we had to go out on a limb to get it. Well, you know the fruit of a tree grows on the limbs. Well, let's go out on a little limb and plant a few bell peppers and at least give these boys something to do out of the house this summer. It's hard to stand on 2 limbs, but I'll try a little bit of bell peppers with you. All right, well, let's go ahead and get ready to set them out.
Farmers, even farmers as much in accord as the Rasts, find it difficult to agree on the solutions for farm problems. For the one thing today's farmer has in common with farmers of an earlier era is rugged individualism. One farm operator will tell you,
the only way that we are going to ever get paid adequately for our work and our investment is to gain control of the markets. We've got to organize.
And another will say,
farmers will never fully organize. They'll never get together and follow somebody else's say, not even other farmers.